Hey there, Alix Sabatelli Rager, and this is Love in Waves. I wanted to talk very briefly today about self-healing. How do we unlock that stuff, right? Well, no surprise, we need to raise our frequency. That's what we need to do to heal. We need to bring ourselves into a connectedness with a higher level of being, right? From source of light, love, and energy, which creates us. The more we are aligned to that, the more peace we have, the more joy, the more healing, the more miracles that happen in our lives. The more disconnected, the more separate, the more we're in fear and in desire and not satisfied, and we have guilt and shame and all kinds of lower frequencies and dis-ease. And when we are in those lower frequencies, when things happen in the world, we respond to them in a way that perpetuates those lower frequencies because that's the bandwidth from which we're operating. So we do really need to look at how do we raise that up. And I spoke about this in the last episode, and I will speak of it probably in every episode to some level, is you can pick any area of your life that really matters to you right now and start to work your way up into changing the way that you are engaging in relationship with that area of your life. So let's look at self-healing for this particular little episode. If you're not happy with how your body's responding to what you eat, or just everyday pains and aches that are not working, or you're not healing quickly enough from a surgery or what have you, you're getting frequent headaches, or, I'm not a health professional in the sense of a doctor, obviously you want to, see, do your due diligence there. Go where you need to go to get your diagnosis and your treatments. What I'm here to say is there's so much that your body is innately meant to heal just like that when we're able to get it back into alignment. So what are those areas in your life, in your body as an example, that need healing, that truly need healing, not just treating? Now, when you get a symptom, such as a pain or an ache or a nagging feeling or a draining feeling or what have you, skin issues, whatever, are you treating the symptom of that when it comes up? Or are you actually going for the cause? Sometimes we can treat the symptom or the issue at hand and then start looking for the cause. And that's really what I'm here to show you. There's 3 levels of healing that need to happen for us to raise our frequency to a level of self-healing. And those 3 levels are gross purification, subtle purification, and causal purification. Body, mind, and your soul or spirit. So what does that mean? So the gross purification is truly where energy gets stuck and trapped and gets so distorted that it actually creates matter. What we make matter turns into matter and creates dis-ease in the body, misalignments, imbalances, all kinds of distortions in the body, these different trapped emotions, again, just all kinds of distortions that are not true. They're not in alignment with what is true and high, in its highest and best truth. It's based on falsity and separation consciousness. So gross purification is going to be shadow work. It's going to be things that are going to help bring up some of these trapped feelings and these trapped issues in the body, including in the body itself, and helping them to make their way out. Now, when they make their way out, that's when the symptoms come up, and you have to recognize you're not going to suppress the symptoms. You work with it. You learn to sit with your shit. You learn to sit with it, let the emotions come up, and that'll be another lesson. But this is basically called gross purification. And as this happens, your old ways of being, your old ways of thinking are going to be coming up, because that's what's been creating these trapped emotions and these distortions in the first place. Is the mental body, is that subtle body. It's how we're thinking, it's how we're programmed, it's the habits, it's the beliefs that we have. So these also need a level of correction. This is the subtle purification that I'm talking about. So we've got the body purification, we've got the subtle mind purification, and then of course learning the lesson in the end is the causal purification. So you don't have to continue having the same lesson again and again and again, the same relationship again and again, the same illness again and again, if you see where I'm going. So those 3 levels of basically purification are what are going to be rising your frequency daily. And you'll be able to move out of these lower, disconnected, separate states of shame and guilt and apathy and grief and fear and pride, all of these that really are contracting and distorting to the body, and starting to move up into courage and neutrality, willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy, and peace. And that is where the healing is. It's in those frequencies. But not only is it going to heal your body, the gross purification is going to heal your mind, and it's going to heal your soul. Whew, that's why we're here. That's what we're doing this for. It's just going to show up in the body. So if you go onto my website and you take a look, I have body love, I have age hacks, I have mind, the quantum mind. I literally work in all of these areas with things you can do with great effort and things you can do with very little effort to start to move the needle for your entire frequency to go up, but doing the thing that matters to you right now. Of course, I do also quantum energy healing, where we can mine out exactly what your subconscious is saying needs to go right now for whatever goal that you have or whatever thing that you're trying to move away from. So whatever you're moving towards or moving away from, we can literally tap right on into your subconscious mind and figure out what needs to be done and do the vast majority of that energetically. And then, of course, we can also then work with your own mindsets and changing the way that you're thinking. How do you then bring those thoughts through the heart so that you don't recreate the distortions in the things, right? So this is really part of the journey. If you came to me and said, I just really want to go on a diet and lose some weight, perfect, we can do that. I will absolutely give you what you want. And I'm also going to give you what you need for the bigger picture here, because ultimately this is what we're all really asking for. We all want to feel more connected, more unity, more health, more flow and joy and love and peace. At least that I know of, we all do. So that is sweet spot power. That is the journey that we're on. So self-healing is 100% possible. And the answer is going to be the same on most everything you come to me for. We've got to raise your vibe. We've got to raise that frequency up enough so that your whole body goes into coherence and into its own self-healing. It is built to heal itself in every way. So we do need to work with changing the environment around it. The mindset and the thoughts are part of that environment. The food in the body is part of that environment. The toxicity and the pathogens in the body are part of that environment. And then, of course, your overall soul's environment of what lessons are you here to learn? What's coming up again and again? So it's really great work. It's beautiful work. And I do hope that you go in there and dive in and check out some of these hacks, things that you can do very, very quickly that can start to change your outlook, which will give you more willpower and more willingness to start making other choices. Because once you get from the lower frequencies into courage and willingness and neutrality, this is, you're talking about power. This is where your life will absolutely change, and you'll notice it in every area. It is magical. All right, that's it for today. I hope that this little talk on self-healing and kind of a little bit more of the background overriding picture of what's happening here and what really needs to happen for us to live the kind of lives we're really looking to live. I hope that this does kind of spark a little bit more about that. Go over to the website, check out some more. Please leave your questions and comments. Anything you want me to talk about, I can dive into any little specific area that you like. And I love that. I could do it all day long if I have the topics that you guys want to talk about, because I could just go on and on about all this stuff. So thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you on the next episode.